Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to clear, practical health information for people over research has connected to lower cancer risk and better cellular repair. Now, I want to be upfront with you. No single food is a magic shield. Cancer is complex. Genetics play a role, environmental factors play a role. But here's what we know beyond any reasonable doubt. Your diet is one of the most powerful tools you have. The American Institute for Cancer Research estimates that roughly 30 to 50% of all cancers could be prevented through lifestyle choices, and diet sits right at the center of that. After age 60, your body's natural repair systems slow down. The enzymes that catch DNA errors become less efficient. Chronic inflammation tends to creep upward. Your immune surveillance, that's your body's ability to spot and destroy abnormal cells, loses some of its sharpness. This isn't meant to frighten you, this is meant to empower you, because when you understand what's happening inside, you can make choices that genuinely help. So let's get into it. 5 foods. All of them are affordable. All of them are available at any grocery store, and every single one backed by peer-reviewed research. Number 1, broccoli. And yes, I know, you've heard this before, but stay with me because the reason broccoli keeps showing up in cancer research is genuinely remarkable. Broccoli belongs to a family called Cruciferous Vegetables that includes cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, and cabbage. What makes this family special is a compound called sulforaphane. When you chew raw or lightly cooked broccoli, an enzyme in the plant activates sulforaphane, and that compound does something extraordinary. It switches on your body's own detoxification pathways. Think of it like flipping a light switch in a dark room. Suddenly, your cells can see the mess and start cleaning it up. Research published in the journal Cancer Prevention Research showed that sulforaphane helps neutralize carcinogens before they can damage DNA. It also promotes apoptosis. That's the process where damaged cells are told to self-destruct rather than keep dividing. Your body does this naturally, but sulforaphane makes the process more efficient. Here's the practical tip. Lightly steam your broccoli for 3 to 4 minutes. Don't boil it to mush. That destroys the very enzymes you need. If you find raw broccoli tough on your digestion, steaming is the perfect middle ground. Even 3 or 4 florets on your dinner plate 4 nights a week adds up significantly over time, and if broccoli genuinely isn't your thing, try broccoli sprouts. They contain up to 50 times more sulforaphane than mature broccoli. You can toss them into a sandwich or a soup and barely notice the taste. Number 2, berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. The darker the color, the better. That deep purple and red pigment isn't just pretty. It comes from compounds called anthocyanins, and these are among the most potent antioxidants found in any food. Antioxidants matter because they neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that ricochet around your cells, damaging DNA, proteins, and membranes. Now, everyone produces free radicals. It's a normal byproduct of breathing and metabolizing food. But after 60, the balance between free radical production and your body's antioxidant defenses starts tilting in the wrong direction. Chronic oxidative stress accumulates, cellular damage accumulates, and that's exactly the environment where abnormal cell growth finds a foothold. A long-term study from Harvard, following over 75,000 women, found that those who consumed the most berries had a measurably lower risk of certain cancers, particularly of the digestive tract. Another study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that black raspberry extract could slow the growth of colon cancer cells in laboratory conditions. Here's what I love about berries for seniors specifically. They're soft, they require no preparation, they're easy to eat even if you have dental issues or a sensitive stomach. Fresh or frozen, it doesn't matter. Frozen berries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, which locks in those anthocyanins beautifully. A half cup on your morning oatmeal, a handful as an afternoon snack, blended into a smoothie with some yogurt. Simple, affordable, and genuinely protective. Let me ask you something. How many servings of fruit are you getting in a typical day? If the honest answer is one or less, berries are the single easiest upgrade you can make. Number 3, fatty fish. We're talking salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, and anchovies. The star players here are omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These aren't just good for your heart and brain, though they certainly are. Omega-3 is recognized as one of the key drivers of cancer development and progression. Let me explain that simply. When tissues stay inflamed for months or years, whether from poor diet, excess body fat, or environmental irritants, the constant cellular turnover creates more opportunities for DNA copying errors. More errors mean more chances for a cell to go rogue. Omega-3 fatty acids help calm that inflammatory fire at the molecular level. A meta-analysis published in the British Medical Journal, pooling data from over 800,000 participants, found that higher fish consumption was associated with a lower risk of colorectal cancer. Separate research has linked regular omega-3 intake to reduced risk of breast and prostate cancers as well. For seniors, fatty fish offers a triple benefit: cancer risk reduction, cardiovascular protection, and cognitive support. 3 servings per week is the target most researchers recommend. Now, I know some of you might worry about mercury. Here's the reassurance: sardines, anchovies, and wild-caught salmon are all very low in mercury because they're smaller fish, lower on the food chain. Canned sardines cost about $2. You can mash them onto toast with a squeeze of lemon and some cracked pepper. It doesn't need to be expensive or complicated. If you truly cannot eat fish, a high-quality fish oil supplement or algae-based omega-3 supplement is a reasonable alternative. Talk with your doctor about dosage, especially if you take blood thinners. I want to pause here for a moment. If you're over 60 or if you're caring for an elderly parent or spouse, this information could genuinely make a difference. Not someday, now. Every meal is a small decision, and those small decisions compound over weeks, months, and years into something powerful. If this is resonating with you, tap that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos like this one. And if someone you love could benefit from hearing this, share it with them. Sometimes the people closest to us won't seek out this information on their own, but they'll watch something we send them. All right, let's keep going. Number 4, tomatoes. Specifically, cooked tomatoes. The compound we're interested in here is lycopene, the pigment that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene is a carotenoid antioxidant, and it has a unique property. It becomes significantly more bioavailable when tomatoes are heated and combined with a small amount of fat. That means tomato sauce, tomato paste, stewed tomatoes, and even ketchup all deliver more usable lycopene than a raw tomato slice on your sandwich. The research on lycopene and prostate cancer is particularly compelling. A review in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute, analyzing multiple studies, found that men who consumed the most tomato-based foods had a roughly 20% lower risk of prostate cancer compared to men who consumed the least, 20%, from tomato sauce. But lycopene's benefits aren't limited to prostate health. Studies have also linked higher lycopene intake to reduced risk of lung and stomach cancers. The mechanism appears to involve both direct antioxidant protection and the ability to interfere with cancer cell signaling pathways, essentially jamming the communication lines that tumors use to grow their blood supply. Here's your practical takeaway. Keep cans of crushed tomatoes and tomato paste in your pantry. Heat them with a drizzle of olive oil. That fat helps your intestines absorb the lycopene. A simple marinara sauce over whole grain pasta. Tomato soup on a cold evening. Shakshuka, eggs poached in spiced tomato sauce, makes a wonderful, easy dinner. You don't need to eat tomatoes at every meal. 3 to 5 servings of cooked tomato products per week puts you solidly in that protective range. One more thing many seniors don't realize: lycopene concentrates in your tissues over time. This isn't something where you eat it once and get the benefit. Consistent intake over weeks builds your tissue levels. Think of it like making deposits into a protective savings account. Number 5, garlic. And this one has a fascinating history. Garlic has been used medicinally for thousands of years, but modern science has finally identified why it works. When you crush or chop a garlic clove, an enzyme called alliinase converts a compound called allicin into allicin. Allicin is unstable. It quickly breaks down into a cascade of sulfur-containing compounds, and these compounds have demonstrated anti-cancer properties in dozens of studies. The Iowa Women's Health Study, one of the largest prospective studies on diet and cancer, found that women who consumed the most garlic had a 32% lower risk of colon cancer compared to those who consumed the least. 32%. From a clove, liver enzymes deactivate carcinogens. They slow the growth rate of cancer cells. They reduce inflammation. And they appear to boost natural killer cell activity. Those are the immune cells specifically designed to find and destroy abnormal cells. Here's the crucial preparation tip that most people miss. After you crush or chop garlic, let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking it. That waiting period allows the allicin conversion to complete. If you throw freshly cut garlic straight into a hot pan, you destroy the enzyme before it finishes its work, and you lose much of the benefit. 2 to 3 cloves per day is what most studies used. Stir it into soups, sauces, roasted vegetables, salad dressings. If raw garlic upsets your stomach, and I know it does for some of you, roasted garlic is gentler on the digestive system while still retaining many beneficial compounds. Spread roasted garlic on warm bread like butter. It turns sweet and nutty, nothing harsh about it. Now, let me connect these 5 foods into a bigger picture for you. Notice something they all have in common? They're whole foods. They're minimally processed. They come from the earth, not from a factory, and they work through multiple mechanisms: antioxidant protection, anti-inflammatory action, immune system support, detoxification enhancement, and direct interference with cancer cell growth pathways. No pill gives you all of that simultaneously. No supplement replicates the synergy of compounds found in whole foods. When you eat a bowl of tomato soup with garlic and a side of steamed broccoli, those foods are working together in ways that scientists are still mapping out. The combinations matter, the consistency matters. Many seniors tell me they feel like it's too late, that the damage is already done after decades of imperfect eating. I want to challenge that belief directly. Your body is repairing itself right now as you listen to this. Cells are dividing. Damaged DNA is being patched. Your immune system is scanning for threats this very second. The question is simply whether you're giving those repair systems the raw materials they need to do their best work. It is never too late. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that even people who adopted healthier dietary patterns after age 60 experienced meaningful reductions in cancer risk within just a few years. Your body responds. Your cells respond. You haven't missed the window. Before I wrap up, let me give you a few bonus principles that amplify everything we've discussed today. First, variety matters. Don't eat only broccoli and ignore every other vegetable. Rotate your produce. Different colors contain different protective compounds. Aim for 3 to 4 different colored vegetables and fruits every single day. Second, reduce processed meat. Hot dogs, bacon, deli meats, sausages. The World Health Organization classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as tobacco. That doesn't mean one slice of bacon will give you cancer. It means regular, daily consumption raises your risk meaningfully. If you enjoy bacon, have it once a week as a treat rather than every morning. Third, maintain a healthy weight. Excess body fat, particularly around the midsection, produces inflammatory hormones that promote cancer cell growth. Every pound of excess fat lost reduces that inflammatory burden. Fourth, move your body. Even a 20-minute walk after dinner improves your body's ability to regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and support immune function. You don't need to run marathons. You need to not be sedentary. Let's recap. 5 foods that actively help lower cancer risk and support your body's repair systems: broccoli for its sulforaphane, berries for their anthocyanins, fatty fish for omega-3 anti-inflammatory protection, cooked tomatoes for lycopene, and garlic for its sulfur compounds. All affordable, all accessible, all backed by serious science. You have more power over your health than you might believe. Every trip to the grocery store is an opportunity. Every meal is a choice between feeding disease or feeding repair. Choose repair. Choose yourself. Your body has carried you through 6 decades or more. Give it the fuel it deserves for the decades still ahead. If you found this helpful, subscribe to this channel. We put out new senior health content every week. Practical, honest, no gimmicks. Share this video with someone you love who needs to hear it. And drop a comment below. Tell me which of these 5 foods you're going to start eating more of this week. I read every single comment and I'd love to hear from you. Take care of yourselves, you're worth it.